The Legion 7 is the kind of laptop Lenovo brings to parties to absolutely humble even the most demanding of AAA titles, and this iteration is truly beastly. So we've got Intel's Core i9-14900HX processor, we've also got 32GB of DDR5 memory, Nvidia's RTX 4070 graphics with 8GB of VRAM, a reasonably large 1TB SSD, we have Wi-Fi 6E and Bluetooth 5 standards, and finally this is a 16-inch Quad HD Plus display. Now what makes the Legion 7 truly so special is that it's not a shy laptop. It's not afraid to put the most top tier specifications and compete in the premium gaming laptop market. And today we're going to see if this laptop can live up to its legacy and what it's all about, so let's get started. When you buy one of these bad boys, they come in some pretty simple cardboard packaging with some Legion branding, but once you open that up, inside, surprise, there's yet another cooler looking box. Open that up, and behind some protective packaging, here it is, the Legion 7 in the flesh, but more on that in a quick minute. You also get a larger than life 230 watt adapter, but that makes total sense given the kind of horsepower this thing's rocking, a standard wall outlet charging cable piece, and some documentation. The Legion 7 maintains a very similar look to previous generations. You still got that symmetrical linear design. It's a premium laptop with a full metallic exterior from top to bottom. That Eclipse black color is going to be a hit and miss for people. I personally really like the subtle tone it brings, and I really like the fact that Lenovo keeps a more reserved design for the gaming laptops that don't scream, I'm a gaming laptop. They look great in professional and casual environments alike. Now the laptop does have a hefty weight of about 4.95 pounds, but that's exactly the average for your typical 16-inch gaming laptop. Starting with the top side, again you have that Eclipse black color, no unnecessary designs or textures. You will notice this thing is a bit of a fingerprint magnet, so OCD people be aware. And then you have some subtle Lenovo badging. I/O port diversity is pretty healthy on this machine. So on one side you've got a USB-A super speed port, you've got two USB Type-C ports, both of which have power delivery and DisplayPort 1.4, and one of which has Thunderbolt 4 standards. You also get the good old headphone jack. On the other side, one more USB-A super speed port, a basic Type-C port, and pleasantly a full-sized SD card reader. On the rear side, you will find a HDMI 2.1 port, and of course, the power port itself. The bottom side of the laptop, pretty straightforward stuff. Again, a metallic exterior here. You'll notice you have a nice large air intake vent, which makes sense since you have a dual fan setup, so plenty of air intake needed. And you'll also notice on either corner, you do have a speaker grill, indicating this is in fact a bottom firing setup. Unfold the laptop, and as you'd expect with a 16-inch device, you have a generous amount of palm rest space. Again, the Eclipse black color is going to come down to your personal preference. You do have a bit of fingerprint magnetism here, but it's pretty subtle for the most part. Now, you'll notice at the center you have a larger-than-life trackpad here, which is always a nice thing. It is a plastic surface finish, but the flex is fairly contained, and there's a lot of tactility here, making for a decent experience. In typical Lenovo fashion, you can expect a really nice keyboard here. Firstly, you have nice large keycaps. The font is easy to read and well labeled. Additionally, the keyboard is fully backlit with a full RGB palette, which is nice. You also get a 10-key number pad for some nice general productivity needs. And of course, the typing experience is top tier. You have a lot of key travel here. It's tactile, but also has a subtle softness to it, making for a very comfortable typing and of course a gaming experience. Right above the keyboard, you have the power button, which also doubles as a fingerprint sensor. Above that, you have the hinge mechanism, which is quite durable, might I add. There's not a whole lot of wobble. You get a full 180-degree tilt. It should last for the years to come. Now, the display fitting does have a full plastic encasing, and you do have a bit of a notable chin at the bottom, but it's not too dramatic either. On the side, you have nice narrow bezels with modern-day standards in mind, and then above that, you have a thin forehead with a full HD webcam at the center, which actually is pretty decent with most mid to high light settings. Depending on where you are in the world, this laptop technically comes with two separate displays. So there's a higher resolution 3.2K display, and then the one we have here is a 16-inch IPS panel with a Quad HD Plus resolution, a 16:10 aspect ratio, a 1200:1 contrast ratio, a super snappy 240Hz refresh rate ideal for gaming, and a peak brightness of up to 500 nits, making this thing technically HDR 400 certified. Now, as far as color ratings are concerned, you get a 100% 100% sRGB rating, making colors lively, flush, and great for color-sensitive activities in addition to gaming and general productivity. A quick recap of the technical specs we have on board. So we've got Intel's 14th generation Core i9-14900HX processor, 32 gigabytes of DDR5 memory. We also have NVIDIA's RTX 4070 with 8 gigabytes of VRAM. Now, depending on where you are in the world, you can opt to get a Core i7 processor instead and a RTX 4060 GPU as well. General productivity with this machine is going to be super snappy given its basic specifications, so we won't spend too much time there. More demanding activities like programming and code compilation, or as I like to call power productivity, those kind of activities are going to be also a total breeze for this machine. Stuff like 3D modeling and rendering, again, not too much of an issue. You've got plenty of horsepower and system memory for a very smooth workflow. Even the most demanding activities like multi-layer 4K video editing with color grading enabled is definitely for the most part a pretty smooth experience. You don't get a lot of performance drop in the real-time editing, though I will say there are occasional performance drops in the frame rate, and that's primarily due to thermal throttling rather than system limitations. I can just hear it in your voice, you're like, alright, get to the gaming part already, and fret not, we covered that as well. So even the most demanding of AAA titles are no sweat for this machine. For example, games like Doom Eternal are easily able to hit well above 120 FPS pretty much consistently with nearly maxed out settings, making for a great experience with that high refresh rate. Additionally, games like Counter-Strike 2, for example, which aren't as demanding on the CPU or GPU, can easily hit north of 190 frames per second, pretty much consistently fully maxed out. Games that are more demanding on the CPU rather than the GPU, like Cities Skyline 2 for example, also perform quite well, hitting frame rates north of 70 FPS consistently. However, because of the occasional thermal throttling, the frame rate can dip down to the low 40s and even 30s for brief periods at a time. Now, other games like Fallout 4, which are older AAA titles, will be entirely maxed out, running at the highest frame rate possible with that engine without breaking a sweat, making this a fantastic laptop for both old, new, and modern titles. Thermals, on the other hand, are a bit of a hot topic, no pun intended. Seriously though, you can hit an average surface temperature of up to 44 degrees Celsius with the unrealistic peak load. However, even more realistic sustained loads can yield you around 41 degrees Celsius, which is a relatively high number, but not surprising given the kind of hardware we have here. Additionally, as far as fan noise is concerned, the fan management system isn't bad, but when you are doing anything that's even remotely heavy duty, you can expect high noises with the fan with a max of around 57 decibels under peak loads. The Legion 7 is also blessed with plenty of self-upgradability. You do have two DDR5 SODIMM slots, which can both be upgraded individually. Additionally, you do have two M.2 slots for the SSD, fitting up to 2280 size drives, and then you also have one M.2 slot for the connectivity module, which can be upgraded as well. The Legion 7 comes with a 99.9 watt-hour battery. The large capacity of this battery in part helps make up for its demanding resources, giving you all the way up to 7.5 hours of runtime with general productivity. That number dramatically drops if you do anything heavy like gaming or high-end productivity, of course. As far as the speaker system is concerned, it's nothing out of the ordinary. You've got a bottom-firing speaker system here, though it does get fairly loud and there's not a lot of distortion even at higher volume levels. Here's a quick sound test for reference. Life's too short, get out of your head, make a better life instead, you gotta give it all your best, so put your hands up to the sky, and live your best life, alright, don't just let it go by, just try, oh my, got only one life, got only this time, we gonna get it right, you gotta let go of those who don't. With an approximate retail value of $2,500 US for the top tier configuration of the Legion 7i we reviewed today, the fact is this is not a machine for the faint of heart. However, the Legion 7i does not compromise in any regard. It's got a top tier build with a full metallic exterior, high quality keyboard and trackpad, and a stunning Quad HD Plus display which can be upgraded to a higher spec 3.2K display. And also its specifications allow for some top tier performance, including the ability to play even even the most demanding of AAA titles with buttery smoothness utilizing that high refresh rate. You also have a decent battery for a gaming laptop anyway, and generally speaking, the laptop is designed to do everything from general productivity to even the most demanding of activities like 4K video editing. If you have the budget and if you need something that can push through any sort of task, then the Legion 7i is the right laptop for your needs, and you can always tone things down a little bit thanks to the ability to choose with a lesser Core i7 model or a RTX 4060 GPU depending on where you are. Let me know your thoughts on the Legion 7i, and if you already own it, I'd love to hear those thoughts as well. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the content, make sure you hit that like button or sub to our channel. Links to the products will be in the video description below. Thanks for watching.